Okay, guys, hello. Welcome back to another 8v8 Beyond All Reason live cast game. Unfortunately, I didn't understand what the comm update was at the beginning. I thought it was this old update where the comms are supposed to be able to level up and get powers, but apparently that's not the case. It's actually a new update. And so some of my older, three of the casting games that I made earlier were no bueno, because now I've given false information. I've given information that is not true, and so there should be little description, please notes on those 3 videos or so. Unfortunately, I had to post them very rapidly after each other because they are no good now. So instead, I decided, let's just try recording one more video. And I was trying to find a game of high-level players. Unfortunately, the lobby of the high-level players sort of died out for a little bit here. And at that moment, I found, hey, there's that guy. Hey, there's that guy that's in a lot of my videos here. Why don't we live cast? Oh my god, I do this all the time. I really need to not oh, I just point him out all the time. All right. Well, technically speaking, he is streaming, but I'm not watching it, so we're just doing live commentary from the bar itself. And just because, we have spectators hidden here, so this is just my perspective. We have no spectators, no streams, nothing. We'll just treat him like the rest of the other players. So this is a relatively average skill game. Red, yellow, green, blue are fairly decent. They're good, definitely good. Blue is getting up there. He's about close to 30. 30 is really good, right? 30 plus is really good. High 20s also is very good, is what I mean. It's it's not pros, but you're getting up there. We got some decent skill players, but most of the players here are 10s or so. That means they're about average. So this game has been loading for a while here. We are in Dark Side. Reclaim in the center takes a while to reclaim them, so taking control of the center circles is very important. These mexes in the center also give a lot more relative to the outside mexes, so taking control of these circles is fairly important. Getting good midlines on the edges here is also how you are able to get an advantage and push later on. So about that comm update, it's not that the comms level up. There's a couple things. One of them is that comms are immune to D-guns from other comms now, from enemy comms. That was a important thing. One of the videos, a transport was carrying a commander, and something happened. I didn't understand what that was. That's the new update in play, I believe. I believe it should be active in this game. So another thing is comms don't explode as deadly as before, and they don't leave behind as much as reclaim as before. So that will make honestly, I think these are fairly decent changes, because a lot of my videos have me showing where I personally just don't like how D-gun comm trades early on can be so swingy, very, very swingy. It just makes the game very inconsistent sometimes. The D-gun immune, I feel like maybe, this is just my initial thoughts, is maybe you could have D-guns just do 500 damage to commanders or some small number like that, and or maybe 300, I don't know, some number, so that the guy that's microing has the advantage or whatever, maybe 100 damage extra. I don't know how it works. Someone can figure that out. I believe so. AoE explosion, reclaim, D-gun immune. I think there was one more, but I'm forgetting, or there's a couple other things maybe that I'm forgetting, but those were some of the big ones that stood out to me here. Right, the left side was pointing towards the middle. They want that reclaim. Soldier's first from green. He sort of knows what's going on, and I think he has that Resbot queued as well. That is a interesting forward factory spawn by orange here. Normally you're supposed to just get your factory here and then do some more power output and then walk your commander over. I'm not sure what the benefit of this is exactly, but he's 25. Maybe he has his own strategy, his own style. It could work fine. It's not as close as forward factory, so it's sort of this weird midline here, midpoint between the back and the front. All right. The players have not engaged in combat yet. There is a tick wave, not tick. I always can't tell from the dot view, but these are rovers. Rovers is coming in from blue. The scouting range is about this much, and he's trying to navigate around the ranges of these other units, trying to avoid them, looking for damage. I think this base is completely undefended. The blitz is not reacting. He's going to get a mechs. That is damage. Damage is damage. There's no engineers nearby, so that's going to last for a while. I think he's going to get 2 mexes here. That's good. 2 mexes, and he's going to micro away. Yeah. He might get a 3rd one over here, because commanders can actually shoot over these structures. That's why I sometimes like to put a turret in the center, because they can actually shoot over these structures. Yeah, rover's coming in. He's not microing, so he didn't pay attention to that. That could have been another mex or 2 there. 2 mexes, although already is pretty good. Let's zoom back out. Some fighting going on in the middle. Looks like the right side is getting this reclaim. Left side not really contesting with the units too much here. 1 blitz, but these green grunts are being microed. Green grunts can micro against a blitz pretty well. All right, let's take a look at the factories. We got vehicles by red, bots here, bots by orange. We saw that. Bots over here, bots over there, vehicles over here, vehicles here. 3 vehicles on the left side, so that's 3 in their coolness rating, I guess. 1, 2 bots. Another vehicle plant over here. Another vehicle plant over here. Bots, 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 and vehicles. So it's equal coolness, guys. We got 3 vehicles versus 3 vehicles. Equal levels of coolness. Unfortunately for the left side, well, maybe not so. The right side definitely has control of this center crater here. They have the turrets going up here, so that's going to fortify their position. They're going to take this crater, the good midline in the crater here. Left side needs to get their comms in the middle here. The right side has their units there, but the comms are the big boys that they can push out everything here. So two comms are already making their way in, and I think this guy will soon micro it directly into the center of the crater. That will secure the left side, the top crater, most likely. That's the most likely case. I don't see any comms heading into this crater here, so this crater will fall to the left side. So relatively even game so far. A little bit of rover damage. I think these rovers got cleaned up eventually here. Relatively equal there, though. These commanders really need to not be scared of these grunts. 1 commander can definitely take out this number of grunts here, especially if you degun. That's strange. Why there's a DPS show such a absurdly high number? I don't know. You don't see it because I think my penguin is blocking the camera view here. But yeah, it's showing like 1,100,000 or something, like 110,000 damage DPS. Like, what the heck? All right, they're finally getting control of the mid center here. There's no commander here, so slowly they'll take it over. Average skill game, I guess. They're playing it very safe here. They're turret creeping in, which is correct, right? But you usually want to do it as far as you can before you see an enemy commander. Oh, we got a explosion somewhere. Wait, where is that? Oh, top side. Yes, this commander wreck is only 1,250, so it's not 2,000, so it's 750 nerf, which is pretty decent, hefty. I still think people are still gonna blow up commanders and fight over them, and then use it to tech up. So decent nerf, because 2,000 was a crazy amount, honestly. It was a decent, crazy stuff. But now it's a little more reasonable, you know, it's still decent. I think this update is fairly decent, I think. Bottom circle, run by. Run-bys are very good. Oh, these are Cortex tanks. You don't see those too often, honestly. They need to be microed. Cortex light tanks, I feel like these guys should have a speed boost. They're only 86 speed, whereas grunts are 84, so they can barely chase down these grunts, which is, in my opinion, not great, because tanks are vehicles. These things have legs. Like, well, come on. The blitzes are getting damage in now. 1 mech's going down. They're going to take out that brute. He might get the solar panels if he... Yeah, he's getting 2 solar panels so far. That's good. And I think he has to run away now, otherwise the other vehicles are going to catch him. I did not see where these guys went. I think he got 2 mexes here. And he's probably going to get a 3rd. If he micros... No, he got it. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4... I think these ones went down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mexes going down. That's pretty hefty. 7 mexes, yeah. Going really well for the left side here, and that meant all the units that were at the front are no longer there, so this comes alone. The left side just won the bottom crater here. These blitzes are still alive, and another blitz wave just came in from yellow here. these poor poor Cortex. Oh no! No, it's a car accident. The blitzes didn't really want to run into these. Oh no. Now these blitzes are not going to get any damage in. Yeah. Not going to get any damage in. Very unfortunate timing for the yellow player here. These other blitzes came in, but they're also getting taken out, I think, here. Laser turrets here should clean that up as well. Alright, let's zoom back out and take a look at the top side. Right side seems to be decently contesting the middle here, so it's still a little bit up in the air. That is an interesting composition by right side. Normally you would just be in this like middle area here. That is a little bit interesting. He's kind of alone. Oh, he's got even perimeter cameras. That's an interesting choice. I said I would view the top side. Interestingly, the purple player seems to be beating the high skill rating player. It's only a 4 skill difference, so it's not too crazy. Unfortunately, the vehicles here lost to the vehicles here, so I was not able to see what happened up here, so I do see a missing mechs or 2, so probably a run-by happened up here that I wasn't able to see. Left side, red, does not have the units to contest this. Mostly direct fire army here. Just direct fire. There's no artillery here. Red might be in danger. I don't see his comm. Oh yeah, he lost his comm early, so that was what happened. I think that snowballed in the right side's favor here, so that's going up on top. Things are heating up in the center here. I think left side will hold on to that. Left side is also holding on to most of the center here, and it looks like they're getting some of the mexes up here. Right side winning top, but losing in most other situations here. It's going to be up to purple to get a lot of damage in. I don't think you need to send your entire army here to get this one mex. You can just send 1 blitz, unless he wants to move down south to orange. I feel like, well, purple doesn't know this, but he can definitely hit this base over here, and he can also hit orange. Some turrets, but not too many. I feel like he should have been able to clean up red here. I think leaving him is a slight mistake, but not a big one. Like both any option he chose here would have been good because he has the army advantage. He's gonna get damage in. Let's take a look at this. Orange is pinging it out. He's like, what is this? A little bit of bad micro here. I think you should commit if you start fighting turrets. I usually think you should commit most of the time, and unfortunately that means his army is not going to be as able to crush this red army that's coming to relieve pressure, but the purple units are ahead in the distance here, so they're going to get to the base, get some damage in. More turrets here, so like if you're going to fight turrets over here, you should have just committed, take out these mexes, these generators here, and you might have run into the rest of orange base. Although this base is getting ravaged here, Mex is going down. Is he going to micro a little more? These tanks are out of position, and they are going to run into enemy units. He wasn't able to get this last solar panel. Oh, he was? Actually, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Let's see, at least that was 4 solar panels that were destroyed. He's getting a decent trade against these red units here as well. His core is, he's got a core number of units that are kind of outplaying it, honestly. I think he's going to get cleaned up here. That looks like it. All right, let's check in and back in the map. Still mostly how it was as we last checked it. Purple does have his next army, it seems, rallying into the center here. What's he going on at the base? He's got his T2 going up. Is that the first T2? No, tan here has T2. Pink is going T2. This light blue color is going T2. Teal also has T2. All right, that was light blue. This is teal. Teal has T2. Yeah, multiple people have T2s. Still, tech level relatively even. The situation still looks dire for the right side in general, just because these two craters are going to the left. They are slightly winning up top here. This commander should get into the brawl here. There's no enemy comm, so it's only units he has to be concerned about. And if it's just units, you have your own units cover your comm. You can also turret creep in, but I think he's trying to get established here with a defensive line here. Oh, purple is changing his mind. Looks like he wants to help in the center here. Like I say, I still think that's the wrong choice. You want to clear out your opponent. The longer you let your opponent live, the worse it's going to get for you usually. He did decent damage here, which is slowing down this middle player here. So I think you did enough, and you need to clear out your lane. That way you have an empty lane, and you're able to do whatever you want from then on. No one's like directly assigned to stopping you. Left side has control of the craters right now, but their middle is looking a little thin, and purple is running into this crater here. He took out a commander. Okay, that could turn the tide slowly in this center here. Now look, ooh, D-guns, D-guns, D-guns. That was a good trade for purple. He's able to get a couple tanks for basically nothing, like 1 or 2 turrets and maybe a tank. These stouts are much more valuable to the red player, so that could turn. I mean, that was still decent for purple, and his team is getting the reclaim 1,250. The the bruisers. They look like bruisers to me. If you told me that these are bruisers, I'd be like, yeah, they're bruisers. They look like bruisers to me. It's just the way they walk. They have that swagger, for bruisers. I don't know about thugs, because thugs are kind of like thieves or something. I don't know. All right, bottom side is still holding exactly where we last looked at it. It's like still like at this entrance here and slightly past the midline here. Centurions from the right side. I don't think the left side has the range to deal with these Centurions properly. So these Centurions will get a good trade in, perhaps. No T2 anywhere on this south side here, so that might be a little bit of concern, because the left side is getting T2. So the left side might break through down here pretty soon, actually. Ooh, they retook the crater in the top section for the right side. Now they need to get their engineers and reclaim everything and get the mexes here, because the mexes are very important. Do they have it queued? I don't think they have it queued just yet, but that's still pressure. Unfortunately, purple really needed to spend the time on getting his units to the middle, and now he's under a lot of pressure by red. Like, seriously, you wouldn't be fighting this if you had clean red's base. He's getting his C2 economy here, but this is a problem for purple now. The engineer is also reclaiming behind it, so that means red is not really at his economy level of, what, 5 mexes? He's actually a much higher economy because he's getting all this reclaim. Blue is still fighting at this choke here, and there's a lot of reclaim here. How much is there? 2,000. That's good. That's a good amount. Oh my god, a lot of bruiser thugs. A lot of bruiser thugs. Centurions are still alive. I would like to see them standing near your turrets. He's just letting them get annihilated here. Oh my god, Sheldon's. The Tan player has teched up, and now he has units on the front. Most of his mexes are upgraded, and he's going for fusion. I just saw a mex that's over here. Oh, someone's finally getting that. Yeah, definitely do not leave uncapped mexes. I mean, there's like one right here. Oh my god, there's another over here. And another over here. I mean, these are well within your territory, guys. You can get them. Like, I understand if it's in the middle, like, you don't want to cap that just yet. These ones, like, you should try to cap with at least a T1. Green's showing up top. This is just some strange, like, positioning on choices. Like, I feel like the red should not have been living this long. He should not have been given this much space. I guess I think he should have collapsed much earlier, but Purple was helping out his team. You know, it's a price you pay to free up this center area for your team. There's pros and there's cons. Yeah. Bottom side, though, like I said, the economy advantage on the left side is very strong. The right side does not have their T2 mexes still. And these Sheldons are going to have free reign. All these units here cannot deal with Sheldons. They just need to keep up the pressure. They just need to keep attacking and kiting and skirmishing. When you have them sitting here and they're not attacking, that is not getting value from them. So they need to engage. So like right here, I would stop them because they are engaged. Okay, they're moving back, so you would move them forward again. Yeah, well, they'll figure it out. There is a bit of a push going on here, but I think the left side will clean this up. They have all their reinforcements coming in here, and Orange's reinforcements here. There's no reinforcements coming from the right side, so this will get cleaned up. That will leave a reclaimed field of about 2,000 as well over here. They are finally getting the mid-mexes. That's pretty good. He should queue that last one, but you know, that's 6 metal per second here, and then that's going to be 9. That's pretty decent for the right side. Do they have their... They still don't have most of their T2 mexes. Most players don't have their T2 mexes. It's mostly this bottom left side that's gotten them pretty quick. And so I think this right side is going to be in danger. Yeah, still no T2s. The closest T2 player is this teal player who is engaged in the center here. He's going to have to pivot down here real soon because his allies are going to be overwhelmed. Oh my god, there's a lot of flat blitzes, yeah. Oh my god, there's a lot of tanks over here too, so I think this one will stalemate, but this is going to collapse. This is for sure going to collapse. These Sheldons are just going to get free reign over this area, although this guy needs to be more aggressive. More aggressive. He's letting the enemy get the reclaim right in front of him. Alright, he's getting a few of them. Yeah, he's getting them up. Get off my lawn. That's what he would say, I think. Alright, he's getting in. He really needs to just move in. There's nothing in his way. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing in his way. Oh my god, there's a Juno. You're not even on T2 economy. Juno takes an entire mex, basically, out of your economy. You need to be 2-2 when you go Juno. You also don't have any units that can take advantage of the Juno, so like I'm not sure why you would build this just now. Oh, his teammate does, so not too bad, because his teammate can take advantage of it. That is a lot of radar and jammer bots. Kind of a lot. At least he's building more Sheldons now, so this player was actually able to get the T2 pretty quickly. I didn't notice. I thought he was still on T1, but he actually put them up pretty quickly, and now he's going to be able to hold this area a little better. Unfortunately, this guy is not long for this world, as I like to say a lot. He has nothing in his base to defend, and he is going to be XX soon. Oh my god! Purple at top has defeated red. That was the right move, and so now we have a somewhat of a base race. Oh my god. That is a base race, if I have ever seen one. They're also pushing through here, so it's like this. That is a base race scenario. I will tell the spectators, although the spec chat is off. That is a base race. That is 100% certified base race time. And the players or the team that eats fewer bases loses. It's a base race. It's an eating contest. The first team that stops eating loses. I think the right side actually is favored to win here now. They are eating more bases much quicker, and their left team is losing morale, and that is going to stress the APM of the bottom side here, because the bottom player has taken over this top side. This top side is just guaranteed loss. You can't defend this. Guaranteed loss up here. You can't defend this when you're the bottom player. It is just way too far from your main base. You really need to focus on taking out these bases and dealing equivalent damage. So when their army arrives at this location, your army arrives at this location, and then both players or both teams will spend their resources to defend, and that way you reach an equilibrium and an equal game. So you really, really, really have to test the bottom side here. You have to really focus. Spending any APM up here will slow your push down here. And look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 bases are already gone. These guys still haven't eaten a single additional base. That means the entire production of these 2, 3 bases are still online. And with every second, that just puts the right team ahead. You can see that in the economy tab on the top right here. The right side has a higher economy simply because they just destroyed more bases. Like, you really, really need to focus on destroying bases in a base race scenario. That is a lot of units coming out from Tan here. That is a fairly good stream of units. He's at 150. I think he's reclaiming somewhere. Yellow is reclaiming there. He has to be reclaiming somewhere. He's got a few on the front line, just a few. So I think that's what's helping him pump them out. He's got Fusion T1, but I don't know. Pumping them out at this rate on Fusion T1 is usually a lot. I wonder how he's getting so much metal. It has to be reclaimed. I see a few here. Wow, this is a base race to be sure. Yeah, these guys really need to move in. All right, they're just starting to eat. Definitely starting to eat here. Look, this space, look at how much time it takes for these army units to get over here. It's just so much time. That's your defense, it's just the space. I wonder where red is getting all these units from. He was defeated, so I don't know where it came from. Maybe yellow just handed it over. Yes, he handed these units over. He wants him to defend. Personally, I think, like, you know, maybe it's about time you can start defending here because the distance isn't too bad. But he really, really, really needed to take out this blue base here. Most of these units are still streaming in this way, like this. So this needs to just go in and take out that base right now, Look, because this battle is over up here, these units are now free to defend because they were able to eat. So he's losing his window. So this is a TikTok scenario. Yeah, he lost his window. You really need to take out these bases before the enemy units from top are able to route down here. There was no units defending here, basically. But there was a lot of just standing around over here, and so now this is what happens. If you don't eat the bases, you lose. I believe these are fight commanding, so they aren't moving in non-stop. Oh my god, it's a Mammoth. Mammoth is very good actually on defense. Oh no, poor Pink. Poor Pink's base is now under siege. No, that's just not enough. The time is over. I can't say anything more than the left side lost their window of opportunity to take out bases. And that just guarantees that the right side wins. Like, it's an eating contest. The first team to eat wins. Or, like, the first team that stops eating loses. So they stopped eating, so they lost. I mean, like, I've seen, like, 3 games, maybe 4 games like this already. And every game, it's the team that stops eating that loses. And it's usually because they either don't send units here or they panic and they defend over here. Yep, that seems to be GG. I think they will resign fairly soon here. Oh my god, they're drawing a face. Let's get that out of here. Hopefully this was fairly interesting. Sorry that I've given out bad information in the last couple of videos about the comm update. We did see that this lobby at least has the comm update enabled, and there were some things happening that were a little different. No comm deguns, obviously, because that's now disabled, I guess, in the update. Alright, that was game. Thanks for watching this mid-level 8v8 live cast. Alright, goodbye.